Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news. So here we are, folks, with the NFL season just around the corner and the Green Bay Packers are already turning heads. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. What does this have to do with the Packers? Well, let me tell you everything. Because in the NFL, it's all about adjustments, depth, and strategic moves, especially right before the season kicks off. And while the Packers are busy preparing for a big year, the NFC North is seeing some shakeups that could redefine the division's landscape. But first, let's set the scene. The Packers, as we all know, have been building something special over the past few seasons. With Jordan Love stepping into the starting role, there's a renewed sense of optimism in Green Bay. Fans are eager to see how he will perform after taking over for Aaron Rodgers, and the team has been making strategic roster moves to bolster their chances. The NFC North, traditionally a tough division, is now more competitive than ever, with the Chicago Bears actively trying to improve their roster and stay competitive against the Packers' rising momentum. Now, shifting focus just a bit, the Chicago Bears, who are a division rival, have been making some interesting moves lately. They're exploring last-minute options to strengthen their roster before their season opener against the Minnesota Vikings. According to the NFL's official transaction wire, the Bears hosted a workout for former Pittsburgh Steelers offensive tackle Zach Banner, along with several other free agents. Banner, at 6'8" and 358 pounds, is a massive presence on the field, and he's played 30 games at offensive tackle since 2017. But here's the catch. He hasn't played an NFL snap since 2021, despite trying to make comebacks. Still, the Bears are exploring all options, possibly considering giving him a spot on their practice squad, which could be a sneaky move to add depth in case of injuries or unforeseen circumstances. What's particularly interesting is that the Bears aren't just focusing on offensive linemen. They've also brought in players across multiple positions, including centers like Wesley French and Trey Hill, cornerbacks such as Dallas Flowers, Deontre Prince, and A.J. Woods, along with defensive ends like Miles Cole and Isaiah Foskey, linebackers Curtis Jacobs and Alex Johnson, and tight end Hayden Harris. The scope of these workouts suggests that Chicago is trying to cover all bases, especially with some key injury concerns. And here's where it gets even more intriguing for the Packers fans out there. The Bears' interest in linebackers is especially notable because their starting linebacker, T.J. Edwards, is dealing with a hamstring injury. It's a situation that has fans and analysts watching closely because Edwards has been a vital part of their defense since he arrived. He didn't participate in the first 2 practices of the week, which raises questions about his availability for the season opener against the Vikings. The fact that Edwards has not missed a regular season game since January 2022 makes this injury even more significant, and it puts some pressure on the Bears' backup options like Noah Sewell and rookie Ruben Hippolyte II. Now, for those of you who follow the Packers closely, you know how crucial linebacker depth can be, especially early in the season when teams are still shaking off rust and trying to find their rhythm. The Packers, of course, have their own concerns at linebacker, but they've been focusing on solidifying their core and making sure they're ready for anything. The NFC North is going to be fiercely competitive, and every injury or roster tweak can have big consequences on who comes out on top in this division. Switching gears for a moment, let's talk about some of the offensive issues that the Bears are facing, which indirectly could benefit the Packers. The Bears have also been dealing with injuries at running back, with Roscoe Johnson missing all practice activities in Week 1 due to injury. Johnson, a 4th-round pick from 2023, has been a promising player, but his injury has cast some doubt on his availability for the season opener. The team is also watching rookie Kyle Monangai, who, despite being limited in practice this week, seems to have a better shot than Johnson to play. But the key takeaway here is that the Bears might need to sign additional depth at running back, which could open up opportunities for the Packers' defense to capitalize on. And let's not forget about the secondary, a critical area where injuries are always a concern. Cornerbacks Jalen Johnson and Josh Blackwell have been limited in practice this week due to groin injuries. While Blackwell's status has improved, he moved from non-participant to limited. Both players might be limited or on a snap count come game day. For the Packers, facing a division rival with some defensive vulnerabilities could be a chance to exploit those weaknesses early in the season. Now, what does this all mean for the Green Bay Packers? Well, it's a reminder that injuries and roster depth are ongoing battles in the NFL, and both teams are trying to navigate these waters as best they can. For the Packers, it's about maintaining their focus on developing Jordan Love, building chemistry among the offensive line, and making sure their defense is prepared for the high-powered offenses they'll face. The Packers have a talented roster, but staying healthy, especially at key positions like linebacker and running back, will be vital for their success. Looking ahead to the season opener, the Packers will face the Detroit Lions in Week 1, a game that's already generating a lot of buzz. The Lions have been one of the most improved teams in recent years, and they will be looking to establish early dominance. But if the Packers can stay healthy and execute their game plan, they have every chance to start the season strong and set the tone for a playoff run. The NFC North is shaping up to be a battle for supremacy, and every little detail, every injury, and every roster move could be the difference between a division title and a tough fight for a wild card spot. And let's not forget the importance of the coaching staff. Matt LaFleur has been steady in his leadership, and with Jordan Love's continued development, the Packers are optimistic about their offensive potential. On defense, they've been working on improving their pass rush and coverage schemes, which will be tested early against divisional rivals. The NFL season is a marathon, and the early weeks are often where teams set the tone, and for the Packers, early health and strategic depth will be crucial. Now, for all the fans out there, keep in mind that this is a dynamic situation. Injuries can heal, roster adjustments can happen quickly, and surprises are always around the corner in the NFL. The Packers are well aware of this, and their front office and coaching staff are continuously monitoring all available options to keep their team competitive. They've got a talented roster, a passionate fan base, and a clear vision for how they want to compete this season. In conclusion, what we're seeing right now is a snapshot of a team in the final stages of preparation before a big season. Injuries, roster evaluations, and strategic tweaks are all part of the game, and the Packers are no different. But what's exciting is the potential, the chance that Jordan Love could take a big step forward, that the defense could tighten up, and that the team could surprise some skeptics. The NFC North is heating up, and the Packers are right in the thick of it, ready to make their mark. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all these roster moves, injuries, and the division race? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Green Bay Packers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Green Bay Packers news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Pack Go!